You know exactly what is happening now in the country. We are having scarcity of petroleum products.
What's the reason for the scarcity? Is it as a result of your members not distributing the products across the country, or you have something else?
Oh, no. NUPENG is not on strike. We're not on strike. We're 100% ready to haulage products across the nooks and crannies of this country. But like you know rightly, today, you know very well that the new minister has rightly mentioned, Minister of State Petroleum has said they have the available stock in all the locations to distribute. But the question is, where are these products? Are they in NNPC-owned depots, or are they in private-owned depots? And in the private-owned depots, government, is owing most of these marketers their subsidy money that have not been paid to them. We only heard on papers about 415 billion is been approved for marketers to pay. But I have said clearly over years and months that the scarcity we're experiencing today will continue because we have mortgaged the petroleum product distribution marketing system into private homes, individuals, in the name of privatization or whatever you might call it, because this is a kind of an artificial privatization of the industry. And if that continues, we'll continue to have this experience. And then secondly, our refineries are not working today. They're not working optimally. Some of the experience you might be hearing that the refineries are getting is that there is no crude oil to the refineries for production. And as such, we are still depending on importation of petroleum products.
So if you look at it, it's a potpourri of issues. The good thing here is that NUPENG is not on strike and they're ready to take this haulaged petroleum products across the country. But when you talk about subsidy claims and monies owed some of these marketers, are you aware of any effort from perhaps the government quarter to making sure that these monies are paid for the country to have the products?
Well, we're aware of effort being made, and let me also appreciate the current Minister of State for Petroleum, who immediately called for a stakeholders meeting in his office, and has also made all the necessary promises to make sure this money owed the marketers are being paid.
You know, the thing is, this is one bad deja vu that Nigerians wouldn't...
But I said clearly, it's not issue of paying these marketers their money. It's not issue of giving these marketers approval to also import petroleum products for distribution. You and I will agree that the current economic environment or the current money policy we're having surrounding the FS system wouldn't encourage any marketer to begin to go into importing petroleum products at a very high, exorbitant rate. And there is nowhere in the world a country will want to depend solely on petroleum importation when it is, will I say, if not the sixth, but the seventh largest hydrocarbon producers. And here we are importing petroleum products. And I ask this question again. Who introduced petroleum subsidy into the system? And for what purposes? And you and I know very well that when subsidy was being introduced by Obasanjo in 2006, he clearly stated the terms of why subsidy was being introduced. Whereas at the time the refineries were not working, that he took over administration from the military, he said, look, let us see that we turn around the refineries. And for us to do the turnaround of these refineries, let's allow importation of petroleum products to come into the country. It's stopgap measure. Not as an independent processes. But today it is a process that we are dependent on. We are depending on now. So it was a stopgap measure, remember, and that stopgap measure today is no more a stopgap measure. We are now depending on importation of petroleum products completely. Now, the question is, who is paying this subsidy? Because if you look at the current situation today, I will tell you, my dear brothers, that we are yet to be told the exact amount of money being paid as subsidy. Because we have subsidy in demurrage, we have subsidy in haulage, because for you to take a product to a private depot for haulaging, I mean for triple agreement basis.
Very quickly, let me come in here because Comrade Achese, very quickly, allow me come in here because we're out of time.
For using its facilities.
Just let me come in here very quickly. We're out of time. What would you suggest we do to get out of this perennial problem that is always a big problem for Nigerians?
Honestly, what we need to do is one, quickly put our refineries in order. And I ask myself, how much will that cost us to do this, to carry out the complete turnaround maintenance? And a complete turnaround maintenance can only is between 3 to 4 months to carry out the turnaround maintenance. And you are aware that this turnaround maintenance has been an issue for the past 15 years. That we keep hearing we have spent so billions of naira in carrying out turnaround maintenance. So billions of naira. Every year you keep hearing the billions that is being spent on turnaround maintenance of the refineries, and yet we are not there. Two, is to make sure our pipelines are also being protected, very, very well secured, and to make sure that petroleum products or crude oils are being hauled through these pipelines to the refineries. And two, thirdly, you said, look, government should not sit up to see how they can begin to fight illegal bunkering. And I ask myself again, the vessels that are being used in lifting or carrying this crude oil illegally, are they arms that cannot be seen by the eyes? These are big vessels.
Absolutely. These are things that we do hope that...
They are 10,000 metric tons vessels of cargo vessels to carry...
Comrade Achese, we really have to go now. You've been able to list about 3 of them, and we do hope that the government should be able to look into all of that. It's nice speaking with you this morning, Comrade Igwe Achese, President of NUPENG.